Hey, this is Unique from that'senuff.com, High 97, DJ Enuff, and I'm here with Mr. Badass himself.
Peace, peace.
Who's been extremely busy this past year from shows, teaching, and fashion, everything.
Acting,
Oh yes, acting, can't forget about that. But first, I want to know about you teaching at Harvard and NYU. Like, what is a Joey Badass one-on-one class at Ivy League about?
Well, yeah, teaching, lecturing, I guess it's the same thing,
Yeah.
right? Well, it's pretty much, a lot of the kids there, they are really curious about, the music industry, like, how you make it as an independent artist, and, how you progress through the mainstream, how you keep, a career going for yourself and whatnot. So that's pretty much all I talk about. I talk about, my emergence into the music industry, my future plans and endeavors that I have, and we get into all types of stuff. We get into like spirituality for a little bit. We get into just my personal philosophies for a little bit, and a couple of different things. I think my class is pretty fun though. I try not to bore them. I tell a lot of jokes.
So I know NYU was your first one. Like, how did you start the classes moving?
Well, I've always wanted to do a lecture on TED Talks. So that's really where the whole lecturing came from. It's like, I look at it, don't get me wrong, lecturing at NYU, Harvard, all these Ivy League schools is amazing. But for me, it's almost like my practice to get to that TED Talk stage,
Mm-hmm.
So, it was just the start of the road for me. Lecturing, I guess. And
you've also recently had Summer Jam in Tokyo, Peter Palooza, you got Schoolboy Q's tour coming up. I want to talk about Tokyo. I saw the pictures from Tokyo and they were going crazy at that midnight show.
Mm-hmm.
How was that?
It was dope. Tokyo is tight. They show a lot of love out there. There's a huge language barrier, but that doesn't mean that their energy is not going to reflect how much they love and appreciate you. They might not be able to say every single word, but they know them songs for sure, and they definitely love you as the artist for making it over to Japan.
So was that your first time in Japan, or?
That was actually my second time.
Second time?
Yeah.
So what was it like the first time versus the second time?
Well, the first time, it was the first time. It was like the first impression. It was way wilder, in terms of just, experiencing it for the first time and, just seeing how that city moved and, just progress through its days. The people, when they club hard. They don't stop clubbing till, 10 a.m.
Oh, I heard that, because,
a.m.
everything shuts down, 1 o'clock. Public transportation, and they're just out in the streets.
Yeah, they just out in the streets, and you could drink on the streets out there. So it's just a whole bunch of drunk people on the street, and it's normal.
Wow.
It's normal. These people are not homeless; they're just
out there,
blacked out of their minds.
That is crazy.
Yeah, it's really crazy. But this time it's it wasn't my first time there, so
you had an idea of what to expect.
I had an idea. Not only that, it was okay, I'm not trying to do this party till 9 a.m. every day with y'all. You know what I'm saying?
And this year you took Steve's Day to LA.
Yep.
Last year was in New York. So are you guys making it a global thing?
Eventually, that's what we'd love to do, is bring it to London. Maybe we bring it to Japan. Who knows?
That'd be dope.
That would be really tight to do a Steve's Day tour over 7 days. That would be dope. Future plans. But for next year, we definitely plan on bringing it back to New York. We try to make it bi-coastal, moving every year from now on, New York and LA.
Oh, at the same time, they did the one Made in America at the same time?
Yeah, exactly. Well, not the same time. I can't, that coexist. At least not my physical self. But
so they got
the
holograms
7th
now.
and the 8th. Right? They do, right? We should but that's brag, man. You know what I'm saying? We gotta cut some budgets and all that.
You're Mr. Robot now. This is a new TV show, your acting debut. Who's your character on this show? Tell me about your character.
So my character goes by the name of Leon, and he's Elliot's friend, also his pharmaceutical drug dealer, and he's just another person who Elliot likes to be around because Elliot doesn't have to really do much. Leon takes the wheel. He's very talkative, so Elliot just likes to sit there and listen to whatever Leon be talking about.
And how much of yourself do you put into Leon?
Leon is like me. He's like a partner. So I guess like I said, I put all myself into him. But yeah, stay tuned. It's about to get really crazy. I think next week's episode is about to be one of the most like thrilling episodes of the season.
You want to do acting before you did study music in high school?
No, you see, I was always into music first. Like, music was always my number one thing. But when I got to high school is when I started getting into acting. I auditioned to get into my school and I got accepted into the Screen Theater program.
What made you want to do? What made you want to do the acting route first? Like.
Well, like I said, music was always first.
There, yeah.
But so when I was in middle school, I used to do music with my partner. His name was Jalen. You know what I'm saying? His name was a J. My name was a J. So we went by J Squared. That was like our name. He was the singer. I was the rapper. But when it came to going to high school, we realized that our paths were separated. We didn't get accepted to the same school. So he decided to pursue football, and I decided to pursue acting. And that's pretty much, But acting's always been something that, like, deep down inside of me, I always wanted to do. Like watching Tupac, watching Will Smith. It was like something I always knew
that you can do. And now you're doing it.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, you're going to be in Bad Boys.
Right?
4, 5, 6.
Right? That should be dope. Independence Day, the next one.
Part 3, if they do a part 3. Right. So I know Devastated, you have a campaign going called, what? I know it's Devastated.
Yep, the Devastated stories you're doing. I used to feel so devastated.
And I saw yours and your mom's was just like really, actually your mom's kind of made me cry because it was just like, it was so amazing.
Yeah, made me cry too.
And I read yours and like yours and your mom's coincided. What are some of your other favorite stories from that campaign?
My brother Kirk did a story as well as Nick. And those are my favorite, and Desi. All of my brothers, they did stories as well, but it's like, just like my mom's, I've actually seen those stories happen in front of my eyes, but there's also a couple fans who did their own stories. It was this one girl who, like, her parents were both addicted to drugs. She grew up in an abusive home, but now, like, she grew up and, like, she got a good head on her shoulder. She's going to law school and whatnot. So, it's just really inspiring stuff. I'm just glad that this song could help inspire those people and that they could connect to the song.
Did you think it was going to be this inspiring when you made it, like when it dropped?
Yeah, I mean, my main goal was to make, like, before it being inspiring and uplifting, I just wanted to make a song that makes people feel good when they hear it, because I felt that a lot of my music, not that it doesn't make you feel good, but it's not exactly a feel-good song. It's just, very like thought-provoking, type of stuff. So I really wanted to give myself a challenge and give people, as soon as that beat dropped, it's like, oh man,
I'm so happy now.
I feel happy, and then the upliftment came from when I wrote the hook, and then, then the inspiring moments came from when the song was done.
So the tour bus idea, whose idea was that to go around New York City and premiere on the double-decker?
It was our idea. It came within the team, we sit around and we plot and we strategize, and that's how we get it done.
Did you expect all those people to flow to those different spots just to see it?
I was honestly nervous about it because it was like an idea that's never been done before, it was like totally guerrilla style, like, yo, meet us here, meet us there, just sending the tweets out. It's like I knew people would come, but I didn't
know how many people.
I just didn't know what to expect. I've never seen anybody do something like that, so I couldn't even measure what it would be like. You feel me? But it was such a good turnout, and I'm so thankful. Shout out to everybody who came out, by the way, as well. New York City really showed love. It's so special.
And it's been 4 years since you dropped your mixtape, 1999. And I know, like, a lot of people, I want to say, like, they get, like, an Instagram viewing of, like, how artist's journey. Like, they don't know how hard it's been for over the years. How difficult has the journey been in the 4 years that people don't, like, get to see?
There's a lot of late nights, early mornings, there's a lot of, it's little sleep. I shouldn't even say there's a lot of that. There's, like, absolutely, like, no sleep, no days off. There's just so much hard work, It's never really, especially for a guy like me, like, I'm such a hard worker. Like, I'm one of those type of people that don't know how to relax. I don't know how to chill out. You know, like even if I'm on a vacation, like I'm still trying to find a way to work and make myself active. So, you know, just a lot of that, and you know that puts a lot of stress on you, a lot of pressure on your shoulders and whatnot. But you know, pressure makes diamonds.
This is true. Like 4 years, you're already on TV shows, world tours, and you're making all your own money on top of that. That's
Word.
A lot of people can't do that.
And I'm only 21.
On top of that, like
Nah, it's crazy. Like, I mean, I'm not surprised because I always told myself that I would be a millionaire by 21.
see, setting goals
Since
already
I was
there.
like 13 years old, it was my goal. I said, I gotta be a millionaire by 21.
So, like, what's the advice you would give people that look up to you, like artists that look up to you and want to follow the type of path you follow? What's the advice you can give to them?
My advice to people is to follow your heart. You know, like, F what anybody is saying to you about a dream or an idea that you have. If you really feel that gut feeling, and you know what I'm talking about, like that gut, that deep feeling,
That wrench, like I can do this,
or I can do this. Just do it, because we only got one life to live, and honestly, that might be the test of your life. That might be the test of this journey. Everybody has the chance to jump. You have the choice to jump. And, you know, sometimes you got to make that jump. I encourage everyone to make the jump, you know what I'm saying? Because you don't want to live your life thinking like, damn, I should have jumped back 20 years ago, 10 years ago, 5
Life could have been different and
Life
everything.
would have been different, but the thing is you would never know because you never took it. Never took it, so take the risk.
There's so much going on today in this world. And I know, like, back in the day, artists used to make music that reflected the times. Like, we had Marvin Gaye, Public Enemy, NWA.
What's going on?
And, like, it kind of seems like today, not that many artists reflect the times, like, in their music.
I wouldn't say not that many artists reflect the times. The media
Doesn't
just
show
don't
it.
publicize the artists that do. Like, the age that we're living in now is so media controlled like never before. You know, so it's just like, look at this, look at that, look at that. This is what's in the forefront, this is what's in your face. And obviously by the way the hip hop game is going, is like they push the ignorance to the forefront.
And, like, backpacking.
But they do it for a reason. It's like, you know, they put the ignorance to the forefront so that everybody out there on the other side of the camera who's watching, they see it and they be like, oh, that's what I gotta do to be this.
Mm-hmm.
And it inspires a whole generation of people to follow that. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't want you to know about yourself. They don't want you to have the knowledge. They don't want you to be conscious of what's going on.
So how do you combat that?
You just do your thing. You do the best that you can do to spread the awareness, to spread the messages. You know, like me, like, it's my sole purpose. It's what I'm put on this earth for. I know that for a fact at this point. I'm combating it every day.
Yeah, I remember you put up an Alton Sterling post, and it was long, and you were just,
Yeah.
like, breaking down everything.
Yeah, I mean, I try to as much as I can. I thought Instagram didn't give you a text limit, but they actually
Yeah, they do.
They do. I found out that day. I was like, damn, I gotta shorten this shit a little bit. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things I've just been wanting to get off of my chest, and you know, it's unfortunate that the timing was the way it was for me to do so, but I just couldn't take it. Like, I woke up that day and I seen the video, I'm just like, damn, like, I just gotta do something. Like, I just feel so helpless right now, you know. I have a voice, I have a platform, like, I can use it, like, just to, even if it just touches a few people, I could definitely use it, inspire people, have them know where we coming from as a whole, you know, not just me, like, as a whole. That's what the new music is about. It's about us as a whole.
So, like, new music you're about to put out. Just more about that.
Word. Even Devastated. Apply that to the black race and see what happens.
Oh no, yeah, songs.
You know what
like
I'm
the
saying?
stories you tell within it, like your upcoming.
Bump
and
the
all
verse.
that.
The verse is a freestyle. The verse is more personal about me, like, you know me. But just the whole idea of it and the feeling of it is like how devastated we used to feel. I mean, we still devastated now, but you know what I'm saying?
You get better each day.
We getting better each day. Stacking that cheddar cheesecake. Looking to the Lord, we pray.
All right, so before we did this interview, we were looking at a video on Instagram about this Muslim woman that was praying, and some pedestrian walked up to her and told her, "You can't be doing that."
Mm-hmm.
Like,
A thug. A thug walked up to her.
Yeah, a thug walked up to her because that's what he was.
A white male thug.
A white male thug, just so y'all know. And he pushed her saying, you can't do that. And she's just in there praying. Like,
yeah, peacefully praying. Why does that bother you?
Like, that's the mindset that I feel like a part of America does have.
Mm-hmm.
But how do you educate people to not fall into those type of stereotypes?
You can't. You know, especially people like him, he's not going to listen to anything I have to say or anything anybody who looks like me has to say, clearly. You know what I'm saying? He's just fixed in that mindset. And, you know, a wise man once said, you can't really do much to change the older people because they're already used to thinking a certain way.
And they're stuck in that mindset.
And they're stuck in it. They ain't going to change it for nobody. What we got to worry about is the young people. Because once the young people got it, you can still teach them new things, you know what I'm saying? Then they could take that into their future and carry it on. But you can't change the mindsets of these old people. You got to just focus on the youth and make sure we're doing our best to keep the youth woke, you know what I'm saying? And enlightened as much as possible.
Dropping gems right now. Okay, so another question I had was, you're good at developing artists. I say that because like when people think of pro era, they think of everyone, not just one person. A lot of artists ran record labels can't do that. What makes pro era different in doing that?
Well, the thing is, you know, if I didn't have my partner and then my manager, Johnny Shipes, you know, it would be really hard for me to do what I got to do. But when my back is turned, when I'm overseas on tour and whatnot, you know, he's holding it down from like a real executive standpoint. And that also provides the balance within, you know, my whole label because everybody's not just looking at me for answers. When I can't give it, especially when my hands is tired every which way, it's like, you know, you still have Johnny, which everybody, you know, prefers to look at for like, you know, certain answers and, you know, questions that they have. And I personally prefer it that way as well. Like, because at the same time, like, yes, you could say those are my artists, but they're my brothers first. So I don't ever want anything to come between us. You know what I'm saying? Like, me, when it comes to me getting involved on executive tip, I'm more involved in the music. I'm more involved in the rollout. You know what I'm saying? I'm not, like, of the timing of things just because of the experience and the wisdom that I've developed in the game. I could tell them like, okay, nah, don't go this way. There's a fire in that room. Take it this way, you know what I'm saying? Do it like that, bang, 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 bang. Like, you know, I just like to do the plugging and placing and giving my advice, you know what I'm saying? But it's dope to actually own the label as well. But, I mean, shout out to Shipes, man, because I couldn't do it without him. I mean, I could, but it wouldn't be as successful.
It wouldn't be as easy as successful.
Yeah, it wouldn't be as easy as successful. Right?
So you guys got a fashion line coming out under that. Would you guys consider getting into like production to be like your own pro era executive films and all that?
Yep. We're going to do all of that. Like, it just takes time, you know, like. Right now, like I said, like my hands is just so wrapped up in this, but I want to do that, this, you know, like even radio. I want to do my own radio station.
Oh yeah, and you were on the radio. I completely forgot about that.
Yeah.
How was that filling in for Megan?
Oh yeah, that was dope. Filling in for Megan, for Hot. I filled in for Ebro for Beats.
Oh snap!
It's dope. Like, you know, I like doing those things, but not even on more of the being the personality. Like, you know, I definitely want to curate the music playlist, but I just want to own a radio station, and I just want to bring just this new energy because, you know, I asked myself the other days, like, where's the DJ game is where? Because where's the young gunners? Where's the young DJ Enuff? Where's the young Funk Flex? Where's the young Ebro?
But not everyone's good at the art of DJing. Like, people pushing buttons now.
Very true. But DJing has like outgrown just pushing buttons and playing music. Is now being a personality, being a voice. You know what I'm saying? Breaking artists and whatnot. So I'm just looking for those new young cats of this generation, and then, you know, I want to support them, throw them on my radio show, and then, you know, have a talk about, like, you know, how we could change the world every day, and, you know, have special guests like my friends and stuff. I think it would be really tight, you know, and you could smoke in there. It would be a party. Yeah.
That'd be dope, because like there's not that many black owned. I think outside Radio 1, think there's really any black-owned
Right.
radio stations.
Nah, probably not. It's not. But it's like the way I see it, the way the future is going is like, you know, this internet radio is lifting off, podcasts lifting off, all of this stuff is lifting off. So it's like, you know, you got Elliot Wilson doing these interviews. You think people ain't gonna listen to Joey Badass doing interviews with people? Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, for sure.
You have to kick that off. Like, you have to kick that off.
Nah, I want to. It's just not enough time in my day. But I will.
But
I will.
are you working on anything? Because I know the Grammy deadline's coming up, and like they added the whole streaming thing into the Grammys.
Yes, I am working on some new music. Unfortunately, it won't meet the Grammy deadline. Yeah, you know, and I was really pressed about it at first, but then I said, look, if I'm gonna make a great body of work, I'm gonna make a great body of work. And that's it. Like, you can't put a deadline on creativity.
You can't.
You can't.
So it'll be there for 2018 though.
Yeah, 2018 for sure. But the
2018
deadline
Grammy.
is like September 30th. Anything
Yeah.
submitted after is for the next
year.
one. Yeah, so yeah, for 2018, hopefully if they don't sleep, you know, because brothers like to sleep on me, you know. There's just too much knowledge over here. They can't handle it. They can't handle it. Check out my new single and music video for Devastated, out now on every digital retail, on every platform, on every video platform. And yeah, more new music coming soon.
Be out.
That's it.